Hello, hello. My name is Ben Friedman, film critic for Highbrow Magazine. I am currently at Sundance, or I should say I'm at Sundance virtually. I wanted to just pop on real quick and review a movie that I saw my first day at Sundance, Magazine Dreams, starring Jonathan Majors. I wanted to just talk about this movie. I'm very excited about this movie, and I'm excited to dive into it. So anyway, thank you for coming to the Beniverse. Thank you for checking out this channel. And today I am talking Magazine Dreams. Hello, my name is Ben Friedman here from the Beniverse. And like I said, I'm currently at Sundance virtually. I just decided to pop on real quick to shoot this quick review because it's not a review I have to go in much depth to talk about, but it is a movie that I did want to discuss. And it is called Magazine Dreams, starring Jonathan Banks. Jonathan Banks is about to become the biggest star in the world in about a month. He has Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, where he's playing King the Conqueror. He has Creed 3 coming out like less than a month post that. And he just had a film premiere at Sundance, and it's being one of the most talked about films at the festival, called Magazine Dreams. And that's where we start today. Magazine Dreams follows Jonathan Majors playing a bodybuilder. He is this guy that just is obsessed with making his body as big as possible. He dreams of being on the magazine covers like Schwarzenegger, like all the big bodybuilders. But he's also a guy who suffers from mental illness. And when you're taking steroids as a bodybuilder with mental health disorders, all of a sudden that combination is bad and it all goes awry. This film is a showcase of Jonathan Majors. Much like other films like Joaquin Phoenix and Joker or Robert De Niro and Taxi Driver, Magazine Dreams follows that same structure. This is a movie about a guy pushed to his limits and doing some really heinous things on screen. To start the movie, he doesn't seem like the worst guy in the world, but he has this violent streak to him. He has this just uncomfortability on screen. You never know what he's going to do, especially when other women are on screen. You always just feel like this guy is just awkward and dangerous, and that's what makes him so scary. And the biggest commend that I have to give this film is Jonathan Majors' performance. This is why you watch the movie, is Jonathan Majors. He is so immensely talented. I've never seen an actor do what Jonathan Majors does in this film, quite like Jonathan Majors does. There is just an intensity to him. There is a sympathy to him. There is just a beast within this guy that is ready to explode. You are fearful for him. You're also on his side. You root for him. You want this guy to get out of his own way. It is such a tour de force performance from Jonathan Majors, and it is yet another great performance in an already great and young career. I legitimately do believe when I say Jonathan Majors is about to be the biggest star in T-minus 1 month, it is totally true. This guy is great in the role, and I can't wait for people to discover him in this role. Now, this film is directed by, Elijah Bynum. Let me just say this, because I've heard some of the bigger criticisms of Magazine Dreams is just how formulaic it is. And I am not here to deny that. This film is, if you've seen Taxi Driver, if you've seen Joker, if you've seen any of these films of a guy pushed to his limits, you know where this film is ultimately going to go. And you know the beats that it's going to hit, you know how each scene is going to play out to some degree. I'm not here to deny that. It's just done to such extreme perfections because of the performances. Jonathan Majors, as I already pointed out, is great, but I also want to give some love to somebody who I haven't heard much love on. Her name is Haley Bennett. She plays the girl that Jonathan Majors is interested in this. She doesn't exactly understand who this guy is, but he works with her, and she's interested enough to go on dates with him and get to know him. She has one scene in a diner that is absolutely fantastic. This is the scene of the movie. This is the discomfort of the movie. This is very much just everything that works about the movie in one scene, and she is so good opposite Majors. Now, like I said, the formulariness of this film is fine, but what I like that Elijah Bynum does so well is there's scenes where he just tweaks it. There's expectations that are just slightly changed. It's not even that they don't happen, but instead of just going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, he changes this up, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's just these little pauses, breaks, or a skipping a beat where you're just like, it throws you for a loop and you're lost for a few seconds and it feels disorientating. And that's what I liked about this film. It left me confused at times in the best ways possible. There is a certain amount of the story that is told all within the character that Jonathan Majors plays in his head. And while watching it, you're just sitting there lost because you don't know what is fantasy, what is reality. And thus it's even more disconcerting when watching the film. And that's where this film really worked for me. Now, does this technique get overused? Is there an over-reliance on either flashbacks or dreamlike sequences? There definitely is. There is too many of this, and that is a criticism of the film. It just goes on far too long, and it does have some of that just repetitive nature in it. But it's also hard for me to call it a long film when I'm so mesmerized by Jonathan Majors, where this guy can kind of do anything on screen. And I'm watching it just kind of blown away by just the subtleties he's able to bring, along with the big performance that he achieves. And thus, those elements of the film didn't bother me as much. I think this film is very good. I think this is a really strong film to come out of Sundance. This is one of my favorite films. I've watched so far, I think, 15 films out of Sundance. This is in my top 3 favorite films, and it's definitely my favorite performance of the festival so far. I am all in on Magazine Dreams, and I am all in on Jonathan Majors. Wherever this lands, check it out. And here's my bold early prediction for the year. Bill Nighy got a nomination for Living, which is a film that premiered at Sundance last year. I think Jonathan Majors has a great chance of getting into the Best Actor race next year for Magazine Dreams. So in 1 year's time, we'll see if I'm right. And it also depends on how many great performances we get this year. But don't count out Jonathan Majors. He's really great in Magazine Dreams, and he's the reason you watch this film. I am giving it 3.5 out of 4 stars for Magazine Dreams. Anyway, all, thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe to the Beniverse. I'll be having more Sundance reviews coming out shortly. Thank you all for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.